What is the difference between community policing and democratic policing?
Where we engage the police, and the police is more
According to you, narco-terrorism is a challenge for internal security of India.
How much alcohol consumption is safe for a person to drive a vehicle?
Can you define what is malnourishment?
Shed a little light on the importance of data in today's world.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please be seated.
Yes.
So, Gursimrat, please tell us something about you.
So as you mentioned, my name is Gursimrat and I belong to the Patiala city of Punjab state, and I have done my primary and secondary education in Patiala. Then I did my MBBS as graduation from Rajendra College, Patiala and Hospital. So, and my hobbies are playing basketball, performing bhangra and participating in declamations. And the people and friends around me find me a person with positive outlook in life.
Why do you want to come into the civil services?
The civil services has always been my dream, and I think it provides a wide platform to empower and impact the society in a very positive manner.
So, being a doctor, you can really contribute in an effective manner to the society, to your hometown, every place.
Yes, sir. Sir, since beginning, I had a dream to become a civil servant. My maternal uncle is also serving as an IPS officer, so he has been the initial source of inspiration. So, sir, I developed interest in it.
Okay, so in which ministry you would like to work after becoming a civil servant?
Sir, my first preference is Indian Police Services, so I would like to serve in police services.
Indian Police Service, your first preference, I can see. Okay, so any role model of yours who was into medicine and became IPS?
So my immediate 2-year senior Dr. Darpan Aluwalia, she is she cleared in 2019. So
Right.
she is a role model serving as SP Barnala now.
So you are a doctor, you need to just go into the law and order situations also, many casualties, because police is always reacting in defense to save themselves or to control the unruly mob and things. How will be the knowledge of yours from medicine be useful as a policeman?
Yes, sir, the experience of the doctor would always remain with me. I think the knowledge of forensic science and the traits of empathy and compassion which I developed during my internship duties, so they would always help me in discharging my duties in the Indian police as well.
So how many police hospitals we have in India?
So I'm not aware of the exact numbers, but police runs police public schools and in various
Schools fine.
and hospitals as well, sir.
And in the police, it is a structured format for the health services. So wherein in Delhi we have the headquarter of all the branches in the states and wherever the police units are there. So logistics is supplied, so everything, the selection, recruitment of doctors, how it is done.
Sir, the police hospitals?
The police hospital.
Sir, I'm not aware of the working of police hospitals. I have not visited till now.
Okay, fine. What is the difference between community policing and democratic policing?
Sir, community policing is an emerging innovative step of policing where we engage the police, and the police is more, we engage the police, and the police and public coordinate with the patrolling because they are the local community is more aware of the local issues. And the democratic policing, sir, it's a broader term in which the police follows the basic democratic ideas of the constitution and discharge their duties, sir.
No, community policing is for its own police community within the police, right? But democratic policing is connected with the society and the law frame in general. Community policing is for the police community primarily. For example, the Holi they don't celebrate on Holi day, but next day. And Holi day they are on duty, all policemen. So there are many more examples of community policing, right? Yeah, so.
Thank you, Gurmeet. What is the main social economical problem of Punjab, which differ from national problems?
Sir, Punjab being a border state as well, so it is having an unstable neighbor, so there has been a problem of drugs and the agriculture is also in distress as of now due to the historical green revolution. And sir, there are some instances of sacrilege issues recently. So these are some of the socio-economic.
According to you, narco-terrorism is a challenge for internal security of India.
Yes, sir, narco-terrorism is a challenge as the terrorists, they use the drugs as, there is a nexus of drugs, arms and the terrorism, so yes, sir.
My next question is, point out some challenges facing by Indian foreign policy in current scenario.
Sir, in the current scenario, sir, our first challenges are balancing the West and our old strategic partner Russia as per the recent Russian-Ukraine crisis. The second is the neighborhood first policy. We are having some good and bad relations with our neighbors. So I think developing more on that and our good civilizational links with our neighboring country, sir, that is also a challenge.
In Ukraine episode, is strategy of India is good or not good?
So it's very good the diplomacy in which we took a very pragmatic, balanced stance in Russia being our old strategic partner, and so also we engaged. We were the first one to send the humanitarian aid to the Ukraine. So I think, sir, we took a very balanced stand on that.
What is food security?
Sir, food security, sir, that food is available and affordable to all the people, and is also fulfilling the nutritional requirement of the individual, sir. That is food security.
Food security in terms of quantity or quality, both.
Yes, sir. So the nutritional requirement that is serves the quality, and availability and affordability that's the quantity as well. So both aspects it covers.
Point out some step taken by government for food security in India.
So there are many steps for the development of food security. So first is the National Food Security Act 2013 provides food grains of wheat at subsidized rates and coarse grains. So second is recently in COVID the PM Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. So it provided 5 kg of wheat and 1 kg pulses to the people. Sir, in schools also midday meal scheme. Sir, it has fortified rice, so it balances the nutritional requirements of the school children.
What is Tribhasha formula? 3 language formula.
Sir, the 3 language formula also envisaged in the new education policy as well. Sir, it is a step in the education that by promoting the first would be the national language, and second would be, sir, promoting English, and third the regional language of the state. The medium it should be in primary education.
According to you, at present time, India needs uniform civil code.
Uniform civil code. Sir, as per the law commission, it has recommended that currently it is not the right time for the implementation on the national level, but I think we are moving towards that. We are progressing towards that, especially we are reforming the secular laws of some of the religions. So I think we are moving positively in that direction, sir.
My last question, what is the future of regional poetry in India?
Regional poetry, sir. So I think poetry and literature reflects the
Regional poetry.
parties, sir. Okay. Sir, regional parties, sir, they are very important for a political democracy because they represents the political issue, the local issues of a state, and very important for cooperative federalism, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So Gursimrat, how are you?
So I'm doing good, sir. Thank you.
So you belong from Patiala. For what all things Patiala is famous?
Sir, Patiala is famous for many cultural places like Gurdwara Shri Dukh Nivaran Sahib and Shri Kali Mata Devi Mandir. Also, Patiala is famous for the Patiala Fulkari, Patiala Peg, and Patiala Turban, and Patiala Jutti also, sir. And it has the National Institute of Sports and some famous universities like Punjabi University, Patiala.
Okay. So what is so famous about Patiala Jutti?
Sir, the Jutti of Patiala, sir, the embroidery done on the Jutti is unique to the Patiala, sir. The border embroidery, especially in the suits, they use the Fulkari touch, and also on the Juttis, the embroidery is very unique to the Patiala.
So Fulkari is also famous from Amritsar also. What is the difference between the Fulkari of other regions of Punjab and Fulkari of Patiala?
Sir, I'm not very exact differences, but the borders they are unique to the different regions. The borders.
You also
right.
mentioned Patiala peg.
Yes, sir.
What is Patiala peg?
Sir, it is a measurement of the amount of the alcohol. Sir, the king, Raja Bhupendra Singh, sir, he used it in the alcohol. Sir, it roughly amounts to 120 ml. Sir, it is measured by the taking parallel the index finger and the little finger. So that is the roughly amount.
So, being a doctor, how much alcohol consumption is safe for a person to drive a vehicle?
Sir, for driving, I don't think there should be alcohol consumption, but I think before sleep 30 ml is the maximum quantity which can because alcohol is a depressant medically. So only for sleep issues if person is facing, and if person, because it's a relaxant and depressant, so only 30 ml is the sufficient amount. After that, it put pressures on the liver. So
As per the standards for driving, some amount of alcohol is allowed. If this much is the concentration, the person will not be charged for drunken driving. So are you aware about that?
I am not aware of the exact alcoholimeter concentration, but I think.
Now, also there is a concern regarding the safety of doctors. Right? At one instance, doctors are in a very noble profession and they are revered all over the country. But at some places, we see instances of various attacks. We see some incidents where the doctors, they are surrounded by the mob. So in that case, being an IPS officer, not a doctor, being an IPS officer, what measures will you take for providing the safety of doctors?
Sir, being an IPS officer, I think on my part I can increase the enforcement of deployment of security because currently the only the CASF or the local guards are there, but I think the police can also be deployed, especially in the tertiary hospitals and where the workload is more. And on, sir, the administrative part, I think the workload on doctors is more due to the shortage of doctors. So I think that has also to be improved, and also the deficit between the doctor and the public, that has to be bridged with better communication and ethics, sir.
Very good. So do you think we have enough number of police personnel that can be deployed in the hospitals also without compromising with the law and order in the district region?
Sir, currently we are having 132 policemen per lakh population, but the UN recommends 222 per lakh police population. So there is shortage of policemen as well. Sir, we have to balance them both.
There is a contradiction in the measure that you have suggested.
Sir, we can take out optimatically the VVIP security and VIP securities. Many policemen are engaged in that, and by optimizely utilizing that, they can be sent to the hospitals and schools as well for the betterment of security.
So do you think as the in charge of the district, you can reduce the deployment of police personnel in the VIP security? Can you do that?
Sir, that's the decision of the police head force, the DGP, but I think that idea can be suggested to the police head.
Okay, very good.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Welcome, Gursimrat. How are you?
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Yes, I am doing good.
Okay. You are a doctor. You mentioned about malnourishment here. Can you define what is malnourishment?
Sir, medically malnourishment is the nutrient quality, or the person is deprived of its nutrients in the food he is taking, and his parameters of the body systems like stunting and wasting. By these measures, we measure the if a person is malnourished or not. So.
Okay. You used the word deprived of nourishment.
Yes, sir.
Overnourishment is not a malnourishment.
Yes, sir. Other angle is the undernourishment and also the overnourishment. The obesity is also included in malnourishment. Yes, sir.
You use two words, stunting and wasting. What is the reason we do not find stunting and wasting kind of problem in Punjab, Haryana region? But we find this as a major issue in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Paschim Bengal, and this northern region, or you can say the Bimaru states. What is the major cause?
So basically would be there are 2-3 factors. First is the physiological factor as well. Punjab and Haryana are more physiologically, they have good height and good physiological dimensions. But second is, sir, the food security issue as well. Punjab and Haryana are more economically better, currently doing better than these states, and their food requirement, the nutrition levels they are achieving more. in the various schemes. So I think that is also the issue.
Okay. So after the Green Revolution, I believe, the edge of Punjab and Haryana over the Green Revolution was higher than the other states. What was the causes why Green Revolution got succeeded majorly in Punjab, Haryana and the western part of Uttar Pradesh, but not in Bihar and West Bengal or northeastern states?
Sir, Punjab it was prosperous as well historically. Also it had extensive canal network as well. So we were better in irrigation level as well. So Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh belt was chosen for the wheat and rice green revolution.
But I think Bihar is also have the natural irrigation model.
So there were multiple factors, the water, irrigation, canal network we had better, and the credit availability also was there more in Punjab, Haryana. So these 2-3 factors. So.
Do you think there is any connection between success of Green Revolution in Punjab and the rise of extremism or the separatist movement in Punjab? Is there any connection between?
Sir, there might be, but not. There is no direct relation. But sir, Green Revolution historically led to uneven distribution of the wealth between the large farmers, and because it benefited more the large farmers because they were able to take the benefits more. So I think due to the uneven distribution of wealth, there was apprehensions and problems among the small farmers. So that made them vulnerable to these tendencies, secessionist and terrorist tendencies. So indirect link can be there, sir.
What was the British policy in Punjab as per the land revenue model, which differentiated Punjab, Haryana from the Bihar, West Bengal, and due to which the deprivation of land prevailed over these regions, but not in Punjab and Haryana? What was the model of revenue?
Sir, I'm not aware of the exact policy, but Mahalwadi system.
Yes, Mahalwadi system. What was the Mahalwadi system?
Sir, the Mahals or the landmen, they were made, and the amount of revenue.
Meaning of Mahal? What is the meaning of Mahal?
Sir, the village headmans, they were made, yes sir. They were made the mediators of the revenue. They collected revenue from the peasants, and that was supplied to the zamindar. So I think, and the land revenue was fixed.
Do you think this Mahalwadi system was also one cause that Green Revolution succeeded in Punjab, because people of Punjab having equality?
Yes sir, the land, yes sir, it can also be one of the factors.
So you can include this
Yes sir.
point. Thank you.
Thank you sir.
Gursimrat,
Yes ma'am.
you might have heard about data colonization recently. Have you?
Data organization?
Data colonization.
No ma'am.
Okay. In any case, can you please shed a little light on the importance of data in today's world?
Ma'am, data is the new oil, as it is called. So I think it's very important because the policies which have to be formulated on any sector, it relies on the data, how good it is organized, how good it is stored and then analyzed. So I think data is very important, and it has to be, there has to be coordination among the departments while formulating the policies based on the data. So,
Okay. Now, data has been utilized, or it is increasingly being utilized for various purposes, be it for transportation, be it for, identification, anything. Can you tell me 3 pros and cons of utilizing or depending so much on data?
Yes ma'am. Ma'am, the cons, the pros would be, first talking about the pros would be, ma'am, the formulating of the policies. It is very important. And other, ma'am, we can rely upon the data, reliable data. It provides more trust in formulating a policy. Some trust factor increases, and also targeting increases with the data. Ma'am, pros would be, ma'am, as of now India doesn't have the data protection bill, which has been drafted, but it has to be cleared till now. So data privacy is an issue, and ma'am, the literacy levels as well, the utilization of data and being spread to the public. So they may not be able to understand the data algorithms. So I think the data divide and data privacy are some of the cons issues as well, which have to be redressed.
Okay. What is data localization?
Data localization is, ma'am, the sovereign country. It has the right, as India also reiterates the stand, that we have to store our data locally in a geographical region because of the national security issues. And it is not a globalized data. We share the content limitedly. We divide the content into which is of our national interest and which can be shared with other agencies. That is data localization.
Okay. Now, India has been talking very vociferously towards data localization. Now, can you tell me what can be the benefits of data localization?
Ma'am, the benefits are in the large interest of the national interest, the national security angle. We are not sharing our sensitive information or confidential information with the, as per Japan, the Osaka declaration was there. So we are reiterating our stand that there is some sensitive data and we have to separate that which from our national interest we can't share.
Okay, and what are the backdrops in the with data localization? What are the various problems that India might face in regards to the international community? Because there has been a resistance from USA and various other countries. Now, what is the problem with data localization?
Ma'am, then India may lost on the globalization of data by involving the other countries like Japan, USA. If we are not sharing our data, we would be deprived of their data as well. So I think that would be the lost part.
Okay, okay, thank you.
So, Gursimrat, my last question to you, that where do you find yourself after 5 years?
So on a positive note, I believe I would be a very good human being and secondly a good police officer. Sir.
Okay, in the service.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, thank you for being with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.